like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with the real, you here up in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank, come on with a dank. Scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you smash that like button, share the stream, tell all your friends to stop what they're doing right now and come watch the Woodward Heavyweights. Each of you text 3 people and tell them to turn the stream on right now, or you're dead to me. I'm Spencer Raxter. We got Nick in the sound booth. We got Chris in the TD booth, and we got...
Let's go.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. No, he'll be here soon. He's running late. Ran into some traffic on the way here, so he'll be here in a second. But something we didn't get to yesterday. Obviously, we got a lot to talk about. We got Doc, John Makaroon, joining the show of the Detroit Sports Podcast. Always great to have him on and pick his brain because he is down there every day for everything Lions, and that man knows his shit. So I love having Doc on. We're going to have him at around 5:30 joining the show. But something we didn't get to yesterday that went down was John Calipari accepted a job for Arkansas, for Arkansas. Went and joined the Hogs, the Razorbacks there in Arkansas. Do you think he was like forced out of Kentucky, or do you think it was...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we talked about this one as him possibly for Michigan. It was just a pipe dream in my eyes. But yeah, I kind of had a feeling he was going to be out at Kentucky after the early exits the last few years. I was right on this one.
You were right on that one? That was a good call for you?
Shout out.
Jack Golke ran John Calipari out of Kentucky. It's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, look, you got to assume he was kicked out because who leaves Kentucky for Arkansas?
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Arkansas's got that hog money, man. Arkansas can pony up a little bit. They got that hog money, but yeah, there's no way.
You're fired.
They definitely forced him out and just made it a little graceful transition. We'll see what he does with Arkansas, but hey,
you think he can do anything? Like, realistically, like, how much do you think he can build up that program?
Oh, I mean, he's one of the best recruiters in America, so he can definitely bring them to relevance. He can just bring in 5 stars, and I think that's going to continue in Arkansas.
You don't think he'll lose any?
I mean, he's not going to get as many as he did at Kentucky, but he's still going to get enough to make them a tournament team, enough to make them a team you got to worry about for sure. But he's not a great coach. He's a great recruiter. He's not a great coach, and that's why his teams always kind of fizzle out earlier than they should. We had the Tigers play earlier today. Cardiac Cats, comeback Cats, got a big win in the 9th inning. It was impressive. They scored, I believe, 4 runs in the 9th to take the lead 5-3, and then Jason Foley got on the tit and shut it down. So you love to see that because that offense was struggling all day. But then in the 9th inning, they got some stuff working, put some hits together, and our guy Gio Urshela came through with a big 2-run single to tie it up. And then Carpenter added to the party to give them the lead. A little bloop single, scoring Parker Meadows. So you love to see that. Needed that win. I was extremely nervous, I'm not going to lie, because I watched the first inning. Looked great. I go at the first inning, 3 singles in a row, scores a run. I was like, all right. Riley got a hit. Torque got a hit. I was like, okay, this looks pretty good. And then just fucking nothing for 8 innings, for 2 hours of baseball. Just absolutely nothing, getting lined up and shut down. So at least they got it done. All that matters is the wins, and they got one of the wins. They split the 2-game series with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And something we were talking about in the back, isn't it cool that all of Pittsburgh's sports teams have the same colors?
Yeah, that's sick.
Is that like, why don't other places do that?
That's dope.
Because I can't think of another city that's like that.
I think I know where you're leaning with this one, but yeah, that's honestly pretty damn cool. And I mean, I honestly love that ballpark. Like,
it's a very nice ballpark.
Sick yeah, it's sweet to look at. I've been in Pittsburgh once. It was awesome.
If you had to change all of Detroit's colors to one team's colors, who would it be?
I think it has to be red and white.
Yeah.
Honestly, it has to because you can't switch that jersey. You can't switch that sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feeling the same way?
Yeah, I shouldn't even ask that question. That's an easy answer. You can't switch around that jersey.
I 110% agree. As much as I like the Pistons blue and the Lions blue, but again, the Pistons blue already has some red in it too, so like you're already adapting there. And the Red Wings are the most classic franchise, I think, like as far as their status within each sport. Each Detroit team has relevance to its sport, but I think that the Red Wings have the most historical prestige.
Oh, by far, they're
so.
the best, the greatest the greatest American hockey franchise of all time. So, yeah, you got to give them the nod and go with the red and white.
Plus,
I just think
the
it's
Pistons
cool.
already share an arena with them, so they can share colors too. Like,
Yeah,
they can
that's
share
fair.
jerseys.
Pistons can they need to do something. They can rebrand, change the name. Maybe they'll be the I don't know, the Valves instead of the Pistons.
Pistons can only dream of what the Red Wings and LCA are going to look like tonight.
Yes.
Honestly, the way that this season has gone, you cannot even picture them being in a game so massive as the one the Wings are playing. Spenny, I know we're going to get into it later in the show, but how are you feeling about tonight, just off rip?
I'm excited. What I'm not excited about is Mo Sider.
Yikes.
Mo Sider with flu-like symptoms was not at morning skate, but he is expected to play tonight. So Mo Sider flu game, 2 goals, book it. You need him. We need him for sure. But LCA is going to be rocking. This is the biggest game that the Red Wings have ever played in Little Caesars Arena. This is the most important game that the Red Wings have played in about 10 years. And this is what you need. You need this. This is a 4-point game. You cannot let Washington creep back and get back into that playoff spot. You need to put a fork in them and kick them down the ladder a little bit. And you can't win in overtime. Don't give them any points. It needs to be a regulation win. You need to go in there and get the 2 points and make sure Washington doesn't get anything. That is an extremely, extremely huge game. I'm excited to see it. I know the boys were talking about going to a bar to check it out tonight. I don't know if you're down easy, but might partake. We'll see. And one thing before we do get into all of that, I got to shout out Birmingham Groves. Shout out Birmingham Groves freshman baseball team. They're going up against Royal Oak tonight. Our guy Ryan is the head coach.
What? Ryan's the head coach of Groves?
Ryan is the head coach of Birmingham Groves freshman team.
I got a buddy who's the coach of I think it's either freshman or JV. I got to circle back and
get Groves?
Royal Oak.
Oh, Royal Oak.
Oh, no way.
Oh, dang.
That's funny.
Well, fuck him. He's going down.
Yeah. They're gonna face each other again, right?
Eat shit, Nick's friend.
So we should get some like shit talk going.
We should.
Yeah, we
I'll
definitely
have Ryan send
should.
something.
Yeah.
Honestly, pump up the teams too.
Yeah.
I think it's
coach talking a little bit shit.
That'd be hype.
Get it going, clip it.
Yes.
We'll be the talk of town.
Yeah.
Is Royal good? They got a good baseball program?
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think this is like a weird league. I think we were talking about it at the bar. They have like 6 teams because like nobody's playing baseball nowadays.
Yeah.
Is that?
That's crazy.
Have you heard that as well?
Same kind of deal. Yeah, but Royal Oak's going down because the Grove Falcons freshman team. Shout out you guys. They're going to go in there. They're going to tear the cover off the ball.
Raven Nation.
Raven Nation.
We got it.
They're going to mercy rule them. Mercy rule.
Do you know what time the game starts?
He said one of them started at like 4 and then the next one starts at like 6.
Okay. Damn, I slide through for one of those.
Pull up? Yeah. Oh,
like
dude, we should definitely pull up.
Nick, you want to stick up for your boy there, or you just letting Royal Oak take the L there?
I don't know if he's the JV coach or freshman, but I honestly think
Either
that
way,
he's a
he
good
sucks.
coach. So,
Yeah. Royal Oak sucks.
I'm sure everyone's extremely curious about my breakdown of the Royal Oak Ravens freshman high school team. But shout out our boy Lentz. Go pick up a couple W's, whatever.
Shout out Lentz.
If
Shout
he
Lentz,
wins, he wins, he's got to call in like Ray J did the Breakfast Club that next morning. And
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh no, Mo has the flu?
Yeah.
Is he playing?
He's playing. He's expected to play. He wasn't at morning skate.
Flu game.
This was a clown one from Cal.
Bro, this is literally the worst time.
Yeah.
Speaking
That
about
to happen.
Flu game.
Yeah, and hopefully it doesn't get anyone else sick too. I mean, this is a stretch. The stretch of all stretches.
Stretch doesn't matter if you lose today, so.
Fuck.
Weak ass immune system.
He's going to do it.
Flu game.
I mean, literally, yeah.
Yeah.
You establish I mean, he's already got a good step forward in a legacy as far as that conversation goes. But flu game add to it?
Give him a goal.
Come on, Mo.
Give him a goal tonight.
Give him a goal. Fuck it. What's the money line on that, Nick?
Minus 150 earlier.
No,
Minus 150?
What's the odds of most side or goal?
Let me report back. Let me report right back to you about the kids not playing baseball anymore. Kalamazoo says, I don't think kids even go outside anymore. Does anyone have any younger cousins or anything? Like, do kids go outside nowadays with the amount of like phone time? Like,
I make my
playing
kid go outside.
There you go, easy.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I make that fucker go outside.
I don't give a
I
shit
give them
about
good
kids.
ideas to go play too.
I hate kids.
You don't hate kids.
I hate kids.
Do you want them when you're old?
No,
like,
Bryson's a cool age for a kid.
do you want to have kids?
Yeah, Bryce.
One day.
Yeah, I'd want to have kids eventually, but right now I hate kids.
Boys, girls.
3 boys.
Oh yeah, all day. Shout out to. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's public information, but one of my
Do
boys.
not want to have a girl.
No.
That would
Dear
be a
God, no.
nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a girl until I have 3 boys. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to have a girl ever.
I mean that part too.
Just give me 3 boys.
Yeah. No offense.
No offense.
It's just a lot more to worry about.
A lot more to worry about, and a
So
lot
much
more
more
that
anxiety.
like I can't relate with.
Yeah. That too. 8-time goal scorer.
Plus, you want me to say
Where's
it?
he at?
1,200.
Plus 800
Throw it.
That's
for
kinda
Mo
low, isn't it?
Throw a
Flu
schmeckle
Game
on it.
Cider.
Kind
Schmeckle?
of low for a flu game.
Hey,
Throw a
Give
schmeckle
us
on
that
Mo for
1,200,
the flu.
FanDuel.
Hey, talking about bets here, boys. I got a little bit to spend after last night. Zach Eady, 25 plus UConn money line, fellas.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yeah,
Throw
you-
a schmeckle on a Mo goal.
You gave out that bet, and then to end the show, you said boil up.
I said boiler up. My girl's dad went to Purdue, so that's
Okay.
You don't bet
You
with
had us
your
all
heart.
confused.
You don't bet with your heart,
No, for
Easy.
sure.
You bet with your head. Hell yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I bet 20 points Edie and 6.5 spread.
Yeah.
Shot at.
Lock.
Yeah, hey, the UConn team. I know we clown Greeny,
Holy shit.
and we're still on the right on that. But holy fuck, they're good.
They're very good.
That's what we were talking about last night with Chris. That's one of the most impressive college championship runs of my lifetime. At least I can think off the top of my head.
They've won, I think, 12 straight tournament games by 13 plus points.
That's literally insane. I mean, what was their regular season record? UConn regular season record.
Shout out Rip Hamilton, who I believe was in the building too for that.
Shout out Rip. Charlie V was there too.
Nah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
37 and 3.
Shout out Kevin Garnett.
Shout out Kevin Good.
I thought that
He's
North
not-
Carolina team was
he's
going to
good
do more
at UConn.
damage too.
What's that?
KG went right to the league.
No, but when he picked
Oh
out
yeah.
Charlie B.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact, you know if he hadn't gone right to the league, you know where he's going to go to school?
Michigan State.
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Equivalent.
I've
Oh,
been fucking crazy. Yeah, it's just it's like, equivalent.
Equivalent. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Like I said, we got Doc Makaroon coming on soon. But first, Eazy, tell us about Shake Shack.
I'll tell you guys about Shake
Your
Shack. You want
Shake
to try
Shack.
one of the best chicken sandwiches in the game? It is the Shake Shack Chicken Shack sandwich. Make sure you guys try that for free with the purchase of anything $10 or more. Use the promo code Woodward. That's in person. And if you're in the store, online, or download the app today. Again, that's the Shake Shack free Chicken Shack sandwich. All you got to do is use the promo code Woodward.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Are you tired of wearing merch? Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click the shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new merch. They got the latest hoodies, hats, tees, all guaranteed to turn heads. So head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click the shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by my guy Spin Rax.
Hello.
Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend.
Go.
Share the stream. Just don't do it while we're live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't do it while we're live, Nick.
But hit the like button. Hit the like button. I don't know. They won today, obviously. They came back. Yeah. Yes. Shout out to them. I didn't even know they were playing.
Yeah, they do. They play most days.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did. We were watching in the back. I watched some of it before I left.
How's the offense?
Not good. Did not look good. Started off great.
Yeah.
Started off great. Got 3 hits in the first inning to score a run. Torque and Riley both got a knock.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked good. And then just
Torque on the board.
And then they just got shut down for 8 innings.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Does it change in your mind at all, Spencer, that they were both infield knocks that barely snuck through there?
Hit's a hit.
Yeah.
Hit is a hit. It does not matter if it goes 400 feet or if it goes 30 feet.
Does it change that for you, Nick?
You get on base, you get on base.
It doesn't in Torque's sense because he needs confidence to get going. I mean, in Riley, that's kind of just what he does. So no, it doesn't. It doesn't in my eyes. These guys just need to get confidence right now. And I mean, for them to both have hits in the first, I think was massive. But the question, obviously, moving forward is, do you think they can sustain actually scoring runs on a day-to-day basis?
No. No, I don't. It has not looked very good. It's scary. It's scary to me, honestly. Veerling needs to play every day. Like he's on a 4-hit streak. He had 2 hits again today. He needs to play every day. Gio Urshela obviously is kind of forced to play every day now with the Ibanez injury, but he's another one that he needs to be in the lineup as much as possible because he makes contact with the ball. He gets on base.
Ooh, my boy Colt Keith.
Colt Keith. Yeah, I think he was 0 for 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but like we saw last night, his defense though showing up big time.
Had a big double play in the 9th inning and made a couple nice plays. I was really impressed with Veerling and what he did today. Like I said, he had a couple base knocks. He had a couple amazing plays in the outfield to rob gappers away. He was playing center field today and had a couple great running grabs to rob some sure doubles away from Pirates hitters. So I was happy with his performance. Gio Urshela had a good game, a couple hits there. Riley played well. He robbed a home run and he had a hit or 2 hits. So yeah, it was a good game. It was a boring game until, other than the 1st and 9th inning, it was an extremely boring game to watch. But hey, all that matters is you get it done when it counts, and they did. They scored 4 runs in the 9th to win.
Yeah.
Jason Foley came in, shut down the club, so you like to see that.
Casey Mize, how did he do?
He was fine. He gave up a homer, but other than that, I think he only had 2 earned runs.
How many people were on base?
I mean, they were moving around. I'm not sure how many hits he gave up exactly, but
I mean like winning the homer.
Oh, it was. I think it was a 2-run shot.
Ah, damn.
I'm not sure, but yeah, he only gave up a couple earned runs. So
I think it was a solo.
Was it a solo shot?
Yeah, I believe it was. His
because he finished with a 2.
Yeah, his final. Yep, final stat line: 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. You do want to see that strikeout number get up a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, it sounded like he was just missing a little bit today.
Yeah, he's a little off. He's a little off. His stuff wasn't as sharp as it was in his first start, and that's reasonable because his first start he was running off pure adrenaline to be back on the mound. So once he gets back into things, he'll get that sharp stuff back, and he'll get some more swings and misses.
Yeah, I guess this is because I don't want to make it a thing where we're talking about it because it's going to run dry. Because I just feel like the season's going to carry on like this in terms of the hits and whatnot. But we kind of have to. I feel like almost expect this the rest of the way. I think
this is what
Green
it's going to be.
Might wake up. Torque might wake up. I mean, I did side with you eventually with the weather stuff, and obviously he hit one today. It's been a little bit warmer out in Michigan.
Yeah,
probably. I'm assuming they're not too far away.
They're in Pittsburgh, so yeah it's probably still pretty warm.
I
looked like a nice day.
I feel like I heard you say it during the intro. Cardiac Cats. It just might be that entire season.
That's how you're going to win. If this team's not going to, they're not going to mash. They're not going to win any blowouts. So they're going to win with timely hitting and etching out runs. So that's what they're going to need to do if they want to win games.
That's stressful for diehards. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Stressful ass season.
After we got out of here, I went and picked up some shawarma downtown. And I was like, should I run in? I have the game on? And I saw got 2 guys on. It's a huge moment in the game. Spencer Torkelson's up, strikes out.
Yeah.
And it was an ugly, ugly swing. And I'm like, fellas, what the hell are we doing? But yeah, it is going to be a struggle literally this whole entire season, or until, I think it's like you guys just mentioned, Torkelson and Green have to, if they go, I think this team will follow behind them. But I mean, baseball's such a team sport where it's like, if one guy's like rolling, the next guy's like wants to hit. Like it's almost God, it's like not addicting.
You got to keep that line moving, and
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what they did in the 9th inning. You saw them get some guys on, get some hits, started rolling. A couple guys got hit by pitches, kept the line moving, etching out runs. Man, like I said, they're not going to be putting up 9-10 runs. They're going to be winning games like this. You got to win tight games with this team, and you got to manufacture runs as best as you can. And luckily for us, AJ Hinch is very good at doing that. He's very good at playing matchups. He's very good at playing small ball. So we're going to see a lot of that this year.
You know what's crazy too is like, I know 7-4 is not world beater, but it is above 500, and there have been a couple extra inning games. Obviously today sounds like it came down the wire.
Yep.
Opening day, same situation. Like they've been kind of clutch. Obviously not in every scenario. There's been a few. Obviously they lost at the bottom, but like, if you're gonna play this way, it's nice to know like you've been on the plus side of things, I guess, with this young of a team, especially.
Yeah, it's it's good. It's good when it goes your way, but it's not always going to go your way.
It's baseball at the end of the day.
It's baseball, so it's not always going to go your way. But you need to take these wins when you can. And like I said, AJ Hinch is very good at playing matchups and manufacturing runs. So he's going to need to do that all year. It's going to be a big litmus test for him.
What kind of? Because I know we had the discussion with Riley Green and Torkelson. Obviously, Riley hits just a hit, and Tork's knocking him out of the park. Where's Colt Keith? Where's the expectation of him?
He's like in the middle. Like he's got a lot of pop in his bat for sure. He's not going to be a 300-plus hitter, which is what Riley projects to be, but he can be around 270 and hit 25 homers. That's what his expectations are when he's matured as an MLB player, because like he's a big dude. We see him out there. He's a big guy. He's got some pop in his bat, so you expect him to hit a decent amount of home runs and hit for pretty good average. Nothing crazy, but still pretty good average.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a guy I'm excited for. Obviously today, not so good, but he's got the rookie.
He's a rookie,
in
man.
his back pocket.
He's a rookie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And again, we've seen him come up big times too.
Yeah. No, he's fine. He had some good swings today. It wasn't like he was embarrassed at the plate or anything, but they played a finesse pitcher today. Perez was out there. He was working the cutter. He was working his curveball. He was painting the corners. So he just he had a great game.
Yeah, and in that matchup for Colt Keith, he's a lefty as well. So it's good to see AJ have confidence in him so he can start to get at-bats against those lefties in the majors, because that'll just hopefully set him up for success in the future. But, yeah, I mean, Colt Keith, I think he's going to be just fine. The dude absolutely raked in the majors. He was a high school bat, and all he's done is hit in the minor leagues. So I think he is a guy that you can expect moving forward to start heating up just like these other young guys.
Smacking them, though, or just
smacking them?
Yeah.
I will have faith that he will smack them along with Riley.
He looks like a fucking
He's
baseball
got power.
player. The name, like the size, everything.
He looks like a Colt. That's what Noah said in the back. He's like, he looks like his name would be Colt. I was like, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Easy, and I will say this about Riley. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but with him moving to the corner outfield spot, I think he's going to start smacking it with more power consistently, because he's not moving as much from center field. He's not expected to cover as much ground.
Yeah.
So I think that they might bulk him up a little bit being in that corner outfield spot. I mean, we saw him today. He still moves super well.
Yeah.
Getting up and doing, like, obviously, he's had like 3 spectacular catches already this season.
What are they putting Parker in the middle then?
Parker plays center. Yeah, Vierling was playing center today, and obviously Max Clark is going to be your center fielder of the future. So
that's the one guy I'm kind of disappointed in. I mean, I guess not. I can't say disappointed because he's a rookie too, but Parker, it started off well. I mean, defensively, I think he'll have it. Obviously, he's got all the athletic traits. Hitting, I don't know. He'll be a
it's just he just needs to get on base. He needs to stop worrying about hitting the ball out of the park or hitting these extra base hits. He just needs to put little pokes out there and get on base.
Our official Detroit Tigers beat reporter Matthew Broder comments. Definitely smacking him. Great athlete, but made a name for himself in the minors with his power.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
That's something we're going to need. And Broder, I mean, if you could confirm, like, if it's going to get warmer, can we expect these bats to heat up as well, or is that like wishful thinking, being Tigers fans, because this is Cardiac Cats. I think you're on the money with that one. It's just going to be stressful season in that way.
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. I mean, you're obviously going to see some better swings and some more power as the weather continues to get nicer, but that doesn't mean they're going to be world beaters. Mm-hmm. They're still going to have to manufacture runs, but you'll see a little bit more power. Like Torkelson's not going to not have a home run this year. You know, Cole Keith's going to hit some home runs this year, so you'll start seeing those eventually.
And I know I didn't catch it today, but I did want to shout out my guy Kalamazoo once more again for hooking me up with that Bally Sports login, because I never thought I'd give a fuck to watch these games, but it's not bad. It's obviously not like exciting, or I should say, but
it's
like,
fun, man.
Yeah, it's chill.
It's fun to watch.
Throw it on.
And with the pitch clock now, it's not
so much faster.
Super long. You know, they're not 4-hour baseball games, so you can get a baseball game done in like an hour and a half now with the pitch clock if both pitchers are dealing. So
yeah,
it's fun to watch. I love baseball.
Easy, just to give you a little bit of a comparison point, Colt Keith in the minor leagues in his last full season had 27 home runs and 38 doubles, which is smacking it.
Yeah.
And Riley Green had 24 home runs and 25 doubles in his last full season in the minors.
Yeah.
So, like,
he's
Colt
smacking
Keith,
it once he gets,
yes.
He's got a good eye, too.
Yeah, that's what I've been most impressed about. When young guys come up, they start getting a little antsy and chasing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that too much from Colt.
Maybe you could teach Javi a thing or two.
Oh, my God.
That dude's a lost fucking cause, man. The only reason he survived today was because he got hit by a pitch. Like,
I'm thankful.
I hate Javi.
Again, thankful for the login, first and foremost. But I didn't catch the rest of that game last night. I probably would have been pissed off.
Probably would have. Nick, tell us about Feldman.
Yes, sir. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast and convenient first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member stays on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
What up, and welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodsportsCom. Eazy, Spimo Rex, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Next up is a man I didn't want to bother too much because I know he has a family. But with the draft coming up, I had to hit him up. He's been killing it with the articles too. My guy, John Makaroon from SI, joined the show. Long time no see, man. How you been?
Man, fellas, you can bother me anytime. Just hit me up, and we'll join you, have some good time. Boys, good to see you. You guys have been having a good time. Opening day, clearly a success. Spencer, got to ask you, if you don't mind, sources telling me you got to type MILFs with ponytails. You figured it out. Once you got a taste of the forbidden fruit, did that get you motivated to get back in the gym so much? I'm definitely proud of you for getting more physical. I'm curious, did that motivate you to kind of keep grinding, keep pushing? That's a big motivator for a lot of people.
I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of. I'm on opening day for sure, and I would say that situation was one of them. Hey, but if it's there, it's, who am I to say no? Who am I to say no?
Absolutely. That's what opening day is all about. I mean, most people in between breaks look at stats, look at what's going on with the game, kind of looking at some wars of the Tigers. Nope. Spencer, my man's trying to mac on all the MILFs downtown. I don't blame you, but that's what opening day is all about, my man. Hey, got to ask, did you get some digits? Did you take care of business? What's going on?
John, I'm a gentleman. I don't kiss and tell. I leave that part of my life private, but I'll just say I had a good night. And appreciate you for joining us. And I'm not opening day. I like to put that in the past. We'll forget about all that. But we got to talk about this draft because it's coming up, and we don't know what's going to happen with that first pick of the Detroit Lions. They've met with Kool-Aid McKinstry again now, and they seem to really like him. They seem to really enjoy the thought of him being a part of this secondary. Is Kool-Aid at 29, is that as a lock as it gets for Brad Holmes' draft picks?
If he's available, I think it's going to be real interesting. Clearly, everybody is fascinated by the fact that Brad Holmes did attend Alabama's pro day, so we got an up-close look at Kool-Aid McKinstry, Terrion Arnold, probably the kicker. But I think a player like McKinstry is really interesting because he could be a player that you could select and then have him develop and not have to play him right away. Look, the interesting stat about him that kind of is a little bit concerning is he didn't have a ton of interceptions at Alabama, but I think what the Lions would like is I think he's a player that could develop in Aaron Glenn's scheme. So I think that you have the luxury when you have a great roster that you can take a player like similarly to what they did last year with Broderick Martin. They have a history of taking guys that they feel like, hey, if he can learn the system, then we can put him in plug and play him down the road. And I think that the cornerback spot is one in which it's so tough to learn right away. And he's such a good player. I think that the film will justify if the Lions take him. But I just think that potentially the teams just above the Lions might just really have the edge in terms of getting him. If he lands at number 29, I think the Lions would definitely consider strongly taking Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Now, speaking of corners, you put out something recently about Carlton Davis getting a little bit of backlash from former teammates. What was up with that? I didn't get to read the entire article because we were live on air when it came out, or got sent to me, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. In browsing, sometimes you learn about kind of, I know locally people will report on what is said nationally about the players on the roster. Well, I also like to learn what former players or what old teammates or those that do podcasts from teams where guys come from, what they say. And look, no one's going to know Ian Beckles, a former NFL guard who played 25 years ago, but he does a podcast, and, I checked it out. It's, really interesting. It's called In the Trenches, and he was reviewing the moves made by the Buccaneers and the general manager, and he said that, the Bucs aren't going to miss Carlton Davis. Felt like, Carlton Davis gave up a lot of big plays, far too many for a player of his caliber, and he said that the Buccaneers aren't going to miss him. And he pointed out that in certain times when Carlton Davis was not in the lineup, the Bucs defense played better. Now, this could be, obviously taken with a little grain of salt, being that potentially this is a pro Buccaneers podcast. But many people that read the article looked at it and said, you know what? Maybe when you look at in totality the evaluation of Carlton Davis last year, he's a man-to-man corner, and sometimes in a zone scheme with the Buccaneers, that may just put a player not in the best position to succeed. But when you look at it fairly, Carlton Davis is a player that will be an upgrade over what you had, but I don't think he's going to be the lockdown number one corner that everybody thinks he is. He said it. He said all the right things. He believes he can shut down an entire side of the field. that is a tall task for any cornerback, but I do think he's competitive, and I think he'll add a certain level of bravado, and I think he's a solid player. But, some old Buccaneers weren't too upset to lose Carlton Davis to the Lions.
I want to keep it real quick on the cornerback stuff before we turn away from that, because you put out a phenomenal piece last week about Isaiah Johnson visiting with the Detroit Lions, him going out to dinner with them. I was kind of interested in the prospect, hometown kid. You also put something out today about Andrew Phillips. I guess what were some of your takeaways from those two gentlemen that officially met the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of people pay attention to is when the Lions schedule top 30 visits, kind of means a little bit more interest. And look, the Lions have to pay attention to the cornerback spot. You look at their tape and what the Lions are looking for clearly, and it was said by Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell at the owners' meetings, they're looking for guys that can play man-to-man to give Aaron Glenn a little bit more options in regards to some calls that he can make defensively. Last year, guys, you clearly saw it. Jerry Jacobs and Cam Sutton just weren't going to cut it. They gave up far too many yards. And I know the coaching staff is not going to hammer the players publicly. But behind the scenes, you clearly understood that it was a situation in which Aaron Glenn had to pressure more. He had to make up for the fact that the cornerbacks were simply not good enough in coverage consistently enough to help this football team out. And so the Lions are doing their due diligence. They're looking at players that are tall, physical, have the opportunity to potentially be versatile. And here's what is interesting is that, look at a player like Ifeatu Melifonwu, was a player that was a cornerback, ended up being a safety. So for the Lions, they're looking for versatile players that can play multiple spots. And you're looking at, you heard it earlier this offseason too, the Lions potentially are going to play Brian Branch some reps at safety while Amik Robertson learns and acclimates to Detroit. He could probably play a lot of reps at the nickel cornerback spot. So the Lions are looking for players that in their meetings, when you look at their tape, they're versatile. They can play outside, they can play the slot, they're physical, and most importantly, they have strengths. When you look at their PFF grades, they have strengths in man-to-man coverage.
Yeah, they love that versatility for sure. And versatility. And you brought up Ife Melifonwu, and looking back at the Carlton Davis, when Ife was brought into this defense, he was more of the Aaron Glenn type of guy. He was the guy that Aaron Glenn wanted back there, and we saw the numbers, attest to that, where he's getting these sacks and he's making things happen. Do you think Carlton Davis, who also seems like an Aaron Glenn type of guy, like the guy that Aaron Glenn wants out there, like you said, man press, long, physical guy, he could have a similar impact to this defense, just fitting that scheme and fitting what Aaron Glenn wants to do, similar to what Ife did when he was brought in?
Yeah, Ifeatu Melifonwu, man, really a player that embodies what the Lions are about. Draft and develop. 3 years ago, a player that maybe wasn't as heralded as a lot of the first picks that Brad Holmes made. But look, he stuck with it. He battled some injuries. And for him, it was tough because he keeps getting his position switched. First, it's cornerback. Then it's going back to safety. Then because of injury, having to play cornerback again. So you look at it now, when he got his opportunity, in 23, he made the most of it, and you guys all saw what he was able to bring to the table. Physical, could really get home on the blitz, and really has a lot of swagger, really earned himself a starter's role alongside Kirby Joseph. And now you look at Carlton Davis. What's mostly going to help these defensive backs is not the skill that they bring. Look, Amik Robertson, you hope that Emmanuel Mosley is going to be healthy. What most is going to help these defensive backs is if you improve the defensive line. When you don't bring the pressure consistently, and look, we all expect Aiden Hutchinson to take another step forward in year 3. You hope that DJ Reader and Marcus Davenport and James Houston really fit well with this defensive line. When you bring pressure more often, it makes the cornerback's job that much easier. And I think that what the Lions are looking at is, can we get coverage strong enough that until the defensive line does and handles their business, if we can just get a player to cover just that little bit more, just that half a second more, that can mean the world of difference. And I think for this Detroit Lions team, it's going to matter most what that defensive line does. If they can bring the pressure, it's going to make the secondary look a hell of a lot better than the talent would suggest.
John, with these, player meetings, what are your true takeaways given like past meetings? Obviously, they do the inside the den stuff during the offseason after the draft, and you get to see them have these meetings, these players. Do you think that kind of confirms like these guys might end up being picked for the Detroit Lions? Or I guess the track record wise, is there anybody they haven't met with they still picked?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You look at the way in which these top 30 meetings go, it confirms or lets the organization know, hey, is this a player we got to worry about? You looked at what happened with Tavondre Sweat. You saw a player that was really regarded as potential day 2 pick, getting a lot of interest early in mock drafts, maybe even to the Lions. Look what happens to him. His personality, and he has a legal matter now pending that could make some teams shy away. So these top 30 picks, these top 30 visits are real integral. They let it allows the team to kind of talk with the player, learn more about their background, learn about what their beliefs are. And for everybody that's listening, the real test that the Lions are looking for is, does this guy love football? They're going to ask questions. Hey, what do you do in the off time? Are you going to go party with Spencer? Or are you going to hit the books? Are you guys going to go and appear on every show that invites you? Or are you going to focus and love the game of football, which is what we want? They want guys that love the game of football that also can adapt. They'll throw some things in terms of film or questions or some challenges to these guys and see how they adapt. And they want guys that they feel can learn the game and learn that, hey, when we adapt a scheme or we adapt a game plan, can this guy pick it up at the fastest rate? So these visits are important. And I think also what's important too was what happened today earlier, the local pro day, where you get a chance to work out a bunch of guys that are local, and a bunch of Michigan guys were there. It was interesting to see as well. So
bunch of
these
local
names, local guys, it's fun because we're starting to kind of wonder, but guys, Brad Holmes' big draft board is huge. It's going to have a lot of players. And I think that, like everybody, many people are wondering what they're going to do, but you can sit back and be comfortable that when the time comes and Brad Holmes gets to make his pick, he's going to make some stellar picks for this football team. I'm excited.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. And we've seen it throughout his tenure with the Lions. The guy doesn't miss in the draft. And Doc, we do got to go to break real fast. Is there any way we can hold you through break for another segment after this?
Absolutely.
Oh, awesome. So I have an important question that when you're talking about Lions guys, I haven't asked anybody, and I want to get your take on it. But first, let me tell the people about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Over 1,000 giveaways at Dispo Dispensary on 420. I say Dispo Dispensary, I think it probably is one. No, there's 12 locations across the state of Michigan. Make sure you guys find one near you. That's disposhops.com. It's Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug. What up, there? Welcome back to World Heavyweights. Eazy, Spinmo, Chris, Nick, and of course, none other than the great John Makaroon. Appreciate you taking the time to join us, man. Spinny, you had some stuff you're dying to ask him.
I did, Doc. You were talking about, they want guys that love football, and that is a big thing that they look for in this draft. Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. A guy that they got in the draft, they got as a steal of the draft, that exemplifies everything they want in a player and is the personification of grit and Detroit Lions' new culture, is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's still waiting on a contract. Have you heard any rumblings about what's going on with his contract? Because we all assume that they're going to get this deal done and he's going to be a Lion for the foreseeable future, but why has that not been announced yet?
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody, look, Schefter appeared on a podcast, and he's like, "Look, Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown, you want to take care of them right away." But look, guys, these things at this level are going to take time, and the reason why you haven't heard is probably what you would suspect. They're negotiating. Amon-Ra is going to want 28, 29. I'm sure his agent is going to start very high and years and guaranteed money. And the Lions on the similar and have to find a way to fit this contract within the salary cap. And what tends to hold these things up is it's the finer point in terms of guaranteed money, how much the length of the contract is, how they can get it to where maybe the first or second year cap hit is not as large. How many void years do you add on to it? You got to also figure out too that at the same time you're negotiating a deal for Jared Goff. Look, the question mark is going to lie. Would you pay Amon-Ra St. Brown $28.5 million? I think that gets me a little bit uncomfortable. The number I'm kind of comfortable with is kind of like 25, 26. You're talking, if you start elevating the numbers there, that's going to be very interesting because then the expectation Amon-Ra, when you still got Jameson Williams on this team, you still got a team, got a guy that when you see what he could potentially to $28.5 million or more a year. So they're hammering out the details. I would say that the contract that for sure will get done is Jared Goff. I would essentially that the contract after would be St. Brown. But these things I would suspect that, look, odds are that they're both going to get done. But, man, it's a tough negotiation when you see the numbers and setting the market and years and all those kind of things that go into it. So don't panic. Don't worry. Look, I think I saw a picture of St. Brown chilling with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. He's having the time of his life. He got a massive performance, I think $750,000, $750K. He's happy. He's loving his life, and he'll let the agent handle his business. But these big money deals, they just sometimes don't happen so quickly.
John, I know much like myself, you don't mind being the bad guy, the bearer of truth, if you will. Do you think is there a possibility they won't pay him that money?
No, look, the message that has been sent, I would be surprised because here's the thing. When you look at the guys that would deserve it in terms of extensions, what have you been? First, to me, if you don't pay your own and you're holding all this cash, I'm going to be pissed off because you didn't get the top end free agents. You're not you're not trading for T. Higgins. You're not going out there and lighting up the world in free agency because the messaging has been we draft and develop. And when Amon-Ra St. Brown is clearly the embodiment of what this organization is all about, a guy that lives football, loves it, is a guy that is never happy. He's mad when he drops a single ball in practice. He embodies everything. He's great with the media. There's no chance they don't give him that money. It's just going to be the finer details of a couple $100,000 here or there and length of contract. There's no way. How do you send the message to the locker room that your best performer doesn't get paid? But the question is, you can't make him the highest paid NFL wide receiver. You can't get up there in $29, $30 million. But I wouldn't be surprised if the agent asked for it. 4 years, 120. And then also, too, the big number, too, that can be a sticking point that a lot of people don't talk about is the guaranteed money. All these guys are okay with, $25, $26 million, but it's how much cash guaranteed am I going to get? And sometimes that number could be a number that the Lions don't want to guarantee. So it can be very challenging to hammer out the finer details, but St. Brown will be taken care of. Eventually speaking, I think by the time training camp starts, both of those deals will be done.
Nick in the sound booth here, John. If the Doc was in Brad Holmes' shoes for this draft that is in the home city of Detroit, are you going up in the first round and using some future capital to go up and getting a blue chip type prospect? Or are you sitting back at 29 or perhaps even trading back from there? What would you do, John?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm aggressive. I want the best players. So if Jackson Powers Johnson is your guy, it's all going to be predicated on their board. if they feel like, hey, this guy that we target, if it's a wide receiver, it's Keon Coleman. If it's a player that they fall in love with, if it's Kool-Aid McKinstry, and they say, hey, we need this guy and they want to fight for it, I have no doubt about it. I would move up and trade for a blue chipper. I think this football team is a football team that needs to also pay attention to the aging offensive line. And you look at it and you say, wow, 3 linemen in their 30s. And you have Frank Ragnow, who you probably can assume is now year to year with his health status. You're going to need 4 potential starters in the next couple years along the offensive line. And if you fall in love with Jackson Powers Johnson and you think you're going to potentially lose out on him, you go out and you do it. So look, the crazy part for me is if Brad Holmes gets shifty and does those kind of things on day 2, that's a lot of writing. That's a lot of maneuvering. So to me, for my own selfish reasons, I just want a safe pick at number 29 and somebody that we all can agree upon can be a developing player that's solid. We all can get home safely. But if he moves up and then potentially adds another pick in the first round, that makes for a long night. So selfishly, I hope it's safe and not as boisterous. But in terms of the team, Brad Holmes, make this football team better because, again, if you can add some depth pieces, if, down the road in November and December, a player gets hurt and you plug in a rookie that you've developed over the last 3-4 months, hey, that can be a big bonus. You saw what Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta were able to do as rookies. Now we can raise the standard too that, hey, some of these rookies, when called upon, can have a chance to get a spell start or have an opportunity to contribute.
Who would be your dream pick? If they stay at 29 and everything's, obviously it's like, oh yeah, Terrion Arnold, but a realistic dream pick for you at 29, who would it be? Who would make you walk out of the first day of draft day as happy as you could be?
Yeah, what would make me pimp dance like Spencer at opening day would be Keon Coleman. It would be a former Spartan that, look, guy that as a Spartan ripped my heart out that wasn't able to stay the full time. And I guess I understood. People told me, Doc, chill out, relax. It wasn't a state of the program thing. He wasn't mad because Mel Tucker was on his phone all the time, acting like Spencer. He was a guy that he wanted to stay for a couple years, develop, and then eventually head south. That was the plan. But then when you see him flaunting what he was able to do at Florida State, oh my God, could you imagine Keon Coleman, Jamison Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs? That's box office. That justifies raising the ticket prices on all the fans, and that helps this offense become unstoppable. So I literally would have to change my pants if Keon Coleman is the draft pick.
That would be amazing. I would love that. And that is what they told us, right? They were like, oh, it was his idea was going to go down south after a couple of years, but also like I wouldn't want to play in a Jay Johnson offense either. That dude is a buffoon, so I couldn't blame him for that.
Yeah, no doubt. Michigan State, man. What I'm hoping this new head coach now restores, some dignity back to the program. Mel Tucker, $90 million contract, and he couldn't keep it in his pants. But it goes to show you, it's undefeated. It'll put some people back in the gym. It'll make people dance on opening day, get drunk. It's undefeated, man. Some people choose coaching and watching film at night. Others choose phone sex. I mean, that's what happened.
It's coaching
it's
is
coochie.
Coaching,
it's too powerful. The power of the coochie, man. It's too powerful.
John, man, I appreciate you joining us, man. Nick has one real quick one.
Where will John the Doc Mac be for draft night in Detroit? I know you said that you were going to be writing, but do you have any special plans for the draft? Or are you just going to be getting stories out right away?
Yeah, no doubt. So we have the opportunity to go down and be in the crowd. That's crazy. So I'm going to send other writers to the pit, to the downtown area. Me, I like to hunker down. I'll be at Allen Park. I'll be watching with the other writers. I'll be in the mix, talking shit, trying to, piss off all the other writers and tell them how great I am. Yeah. So what's fun about the draft is it's unpredictable. It's a fun atmosphere when you're in the room. I've been there now 3-4 times. You get to watch the draft. You get to experience it with everybody else. And when stuff happens, we're obviously going to be checking Twitter, checking everything that's going on, and to see if Brad Holmes does indeed make a deal. But, clearly checking my phone, seeing what all the sources blow up my phone, see who's going to lie to me to my face or put stuff out there. But we'll be creating content at All Lions. Follow us on Twitter at Detroit Podcast. So to me, it's work, but it's the best job ever. if I wasn't going to be at the draft, what I would do, if I was a fan, I would dress up. I'd dress up like the Raiders fan in all Lions gear. I got belts. I got the whole gear. I'd go down there and have a good time, party it up, hit up Legends afterwards, and then see about meeting the lady of the night for a couple hours.
You know what? Let me hit that.
Hey,
I love it.
John, when you're there, because it's in Allen Park, and obviously everyone drafting is there too, the war room. Obviously, Brad and Dan, they scream. They're very emotional when they make these picks. Can you ever hear them making I guess when they're screaming and yelling?
No, they're on the third floor. We're on the first floor.
Okay. So
it's great, right? Those videos, bang the table. Brad Holmes loves his draft picks, right? So what's crazy with Brad Holmes too is in 21 and 22, he rushed the first round pick so fast they had to say, hey, hold on. We have a clock. We got rules, Brad. Slow down. So in 23, he slowed it down. He took his time and he delivered it. He's excited like everybody else because for him, it's the culmination of all his work. It's like Spencer at opening day. He gets to explode and have a good time and he gets to dance and do his thing. So it's a party time for him because it's relief when you get the player that you want. All the hours spent getting and reviewing the players, it's the culmination of his work. Basically, it's his opening day, and he celebrates too, like an excited Tigers fan.
Man, John, I appreciate you taking the time to join us. We got to do this more often, man. I just feel like you're so busy. I see you all the time with other boys, and I know you got a family and stuff like that too, so I don't like asking you on, but whenever you're down, whenever you got something you want to pump out, man, let me know. I'd love to get you on.
Listen, boys, there's no way I will deny coming on. I love coming on with Woodward Sports, any show. Listen, just message if you're interested, and I will make efforts to come on. I love coming on, talking football, talking about anything, really, all sports too. So it doesn't have to be just Lions. Anything in the world of sports, pop culture, anything going on, I'm in tune. I pay attention to everything, and I love what you guys are doing. You guys are fun, putting out great content, and for you guys to invite me means the world to me. So anytime, listen, my time is valuable, and I wouldn't say yes if I didn't respect what you guys were doing. So just ask, and we'll figure it out. I won't deny you, unless it's a Legends night with the boys, and that takes priority. So here's my priorities. Legends, 8 Mile, and then work.
Hey, you can't beat that.
Where are you going to be at for UFC 300 this weekend?
Oh, Saturday, huh? Who's the card? I haven't checked it out yet.
It's Jamal Hill versus Alex Pereira. The card's supposed to be huge. It didn't turn out. I feel like the Sean O'Malley card, I think we felt was a little bit better.
Yeah.
You got
but no, there's it's Pereira and Hill, and then you got Gaethje and Max Holloway. Charles Oliveira's on the card too. Yuri's on the undercard. Aljamain Sterling and Kelvin Kattar's on the undercard. Like it's just gonna be a lot of very good fights. There's no really super box office ones, but a lot of fantastic fighters on this card.
Yeah, absolutely, man. UFC. It's also a fun night with the boys to get out, have a good time. Maybe I'll check it out, but maybe this one, maybe not top notch yet. Maybe we'll see if they put a better card together in the future for the UFC.
I'll shoot you some texts.
It's good stuff. Good times, man.
That's for sure.
Honestly, we'll have to catch a card at Legends.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody.
I'd love to catch a card at Legends.
I'll be down for that one.
Doc, we appreciate you as always joining us. Your expertise is always appreciated on the heavyweights. Before we let you go, tell the people where they can get your latest articles and what you got coming for the next week or so.
Yeah, no doubt. Just previewing the draft, players to like, not like, kind of looking at, we put out a piece today, we called it Fact or Fiction, looking at the Lions schedule. They're going to face more playoff teams. Is it tougher than last year? We got a great crew of writers, man. They're good guys, and lucky to be able to stay and do this to cover the Detroit Lions under the SI banner. Just go to si.com/NFL/Lions or just type in Detroit Lions Sports Illustrated. Our content will find you, or follow me on Twitter at Detroit Podcast. That's where all the nonsense takes place, where we tell jokes about. Basically, it's going to become the telling jokes on Javier Baez channel, because that guy's an easy target. And man, every time he comes up to bat and strikes out, it's just an embarrassment for the city of Detroit to pay that guy to be.
It's tough.
Use the word easy target there. That's what he thinks they all are sliding down.
Yeah, that's what he thinks those 3 foot off the plate sliders are. Doc, we appreciate you as always, Doc. You have a great night, brother.
Love you, boys. Talk soon.
Love you too, man.
Love you, Doc. Thanks, man.
Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
And with the first pick in the 2024
Searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down, Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for 30-plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same-day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined my guy, Spin Rex, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Detroit Mario. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. Sorry, lots of distractions going on, and I do have ADD.
It's true.
Darius Robinson was at the Loco Day. The Loco Pro Day.
The Raxter.
All the crazy guys coming to work out for the Lions today.
It's
The Loco Day. No, Darius Robinson. Loco Kid. Made his way all the way up to Detroit from Missouri.
Michigan Loco
Pro Day. I don't know if this is
prospects.
It's oh fuck, man. John was a perfect guy to ask. Maybe Broder is on the chat. He knows the answer to this. It's got to be invite, right? It's invitation.
Yeah.
Or is it like, hey, we're having a local pro day, guys. If you don't have big colleges, like today's your day to come here and shine.
I just assume it's gonna be invite.
Because I just want to know the answers, only because if it's not invite, because Darius Robinson has his own pro day in Missouri. I don't know if he participated or not. I didn't look that up. I probably should have done the due diligence on that one. But obviously the combine too.
Due diligence.
Like if he by choice came to the Loco Pro Day, it just further like cements the fact that he wants to play for this Detroit Lions team, and he wants to prove he's what they need and or want at 29 or maybe even earlier.
Yeah. And shout out to Jack Campbell's Cannon in the Woodward Sports chat.
Shout out.
Hashtag Bulge Army. But yeah, this kid wants to play for the Lions, obviously. It's his hometown team. You would want to play for the Lions too. If we were actually athletes and we're at this level, we would want the Lions to draft us. He wants to play for them. They like him. They've interviewed him before. They've sat down with him before. He is a position of need for the Detroit Lions as someone off of that edge, someone that could be a bookend edge on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. So I'd like to see their results from the Loco Day or what it looks like, what he did. But yeah, why would you not want to play for the Lions if you've watched them growing up your whole life?
Well, that, and on top of that, like I mean, we already know this. We say it at least once a week. The movement, the aura, if you will, the Dan Campbell and the Bulls movement that Brad Holmes possesses.
Yeah,
I mean, he's truly him. I think it is invite, only because I'm thinking back to Drummond, the receiver from last year.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
Dylan
Drummond. I think he was like an invite situation. I don't know if the chat's got any answers on that one. I guess I'm just wondering, like, because he's had his own pro day at his own college. I'm pretty damn sure. Had the combine. It just, I don't know. It just further cements like who he is, and like who he is by representation. Him going to a third pro day, participating in another set of workouts.
Yeah,
that's a Dan Campbell guy.
Yeah, it's a Dan Campbell guy. And, I'm the foremost authority in Dan Campbell guys.
Yes, you are.
Shout out to Jared Goff's Bulge, Ben Johnson's Johnson, all the Bulge Army popping up here in the chat. Yeah, they're all popping up in the chat here. Shout out, hashtag Bulge Army. Yeah, this is a guy that is a Dan Campbell guy. He is obviously versatile because he can play inside, he can play outside. He played the interior defensive line before he switched to edge last year. This is a guy who is a workhorse. He goes out there, he gets after it. He's not about the glitz and glamour, he's about the grind and the results. So you love to see that out of a guy, and I think Dan Campbell and this Detroit Lions team has proven that they have some interest with him as well. They're flirting with him as well by having him sit down, having him be one of their top 30, having him at the Loco Day. Like, this is a guy that they have their eye on. This is a guy that's been mocked to the Lions multiple times from different experts and is definitely going to be there around 29. So it wouldn't be crazy.
Shout out to Jared Goff's bulge. Says, let's go Red Wings, baby, or let's go Wings, baby. That's a big game tonight.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that soon.
Yes, we are. Loco Days, by the way. Loco Days are invites only to players that have local ties to their team, Detroit Lions team. And obviously, Dave Robinson grew up in Detroit. But again, just for him to show up. He didn't have to. I mean, we're seeing it nowadays especially. I mean, you got guys sitting out of bowl games, obviously, for like their draft process. But you guys have guys as high as a draft or as highly touted as Marvin Harrison. They didn't partake in anything. Not a combine, not a pro day. Maybe, I'm sure probably some top 30 visits probably. But I mean, it's a player empowerment where they don't have to show up and do these things. And I just think that further, again, like I said, stamps this guy as a Dan Campbell guy. And I once upon a time didn't want him to be the pick at 29 just because I just didn't buy into him as an edge rusher. But I saw that our guy Chris Sims, shout out, he put out a top 5 defensive tackles list. And Darius Robinson was number 2 on that list. And that's conversations we've had on this show, too, is like, hey, we're not in love with him as an edge, but you put this guy inside, he does look oddly similar to a guy named Chris Jones. Now, the measurements, the explosives, aren't on pace with Chris Jones at all. Yeah. They're not. And that's why I think he's going to be a defensive tackle at the next level, but you still could look towards like a Chris Canty. I mean, there's been guys at the defensive tackle spot to have that length and play that role. He gets stood up a lot, but again, at that time or at that position, sometimes that's what you want to do is hold your gap. You know, your gap responsibility, and I think he could do that. And again, the long arms, getting up there, swatting some balls down.
We know that versatility is what they like, especially on that defensive line with guys they already have on this team like Josh Pascal and John Kaminsky, guys they've committed money and time to, draft picks and money to bring on this team and use them in that situation where you can move them in, you can move them out, you can move them all around the defensive line. So that is definitely that's definitely a piece that you got to look at where he can play multiple different positions. And as John Makaroon was saying earlier, they love the versatility of players, and that is an important factor.
Very important, Holmes. That's why he's there at the Loco Days.
Loco Days.
I have a list on my phone. A couple other guys that were at the Loco Day today for the Detroit Lions. Let me get it here. Darius Robinson, which we spoke about, defensive lineman out of Mizzou. I think he's going to play the defensive tackle. I think he'll be more successful at defensive tackle. And obviously that versatility that you speak of all the time that Brad Holmes likes, he has that too if you did want to bump him to the outside edge. Another guy, another versatility piece in my opinion, the guy who's super, super athletic. We watched some tape on him before, taking on pulling guards, just demolish him. Rook Oro. I'm sorry. Oro. I got the pronunciation on that one. I had to reach out to some people. It's essentially just say "oh" and then row, like row down the gently down the stream.
Row.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce his name allegedly. But he was there today, which I didn't know that he's from Nigeria, moved to Michigan, and then went to Clemson.
Yeah,
because I did not know that.
Yeah.
So maybe some local ties. Him wanting to play here in Detroit. But another guy is super, super, super extremely athletic that I would love to have as defensive line. I don't know why more people aren't talking about him. Maybe you have to do a little bit more deep dive in the film study there, but I think he's a very explosive piece. And obviously all the Michigan guys that Brad Holmes was able to make it to their official pro days came here to Detroit. Roman Wilson, Mikey Sandstrill.
Is Marshawn Neal in there?
No Marshawn Nealon, at least on this is a list actually according to Broder. Shout out to guy Broder on Twitter.
Shout out to Broder.
But he's got Roman Wilson, Mikey Sandstrill, Jalen Harrell, Michael Barrett, and then from Michigan State, Trey Mosley.
Oh yeah,
wide receiver. How you feeling about that local list, Holmes?
I like it. They love Marshawn Nealon. I know that too. So I'm surprised he wasn't there. Maybe. I don't know where he's from, but he played at Western, so I think that's local enough to be asked to come. to the local day. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You love to see those guys, and they're definitely going to get an edge somewhere in this draft. I don't know if it's going to be the first round. I don't know if it's going to be the second round, but they're going to grab an edge somewhere because that is a needed position on this team.
Yeah, and to anybody asking, I know Eduardo asked, this is a DCFC hat. That is a local football team, eh?
Shout out DCFC.
And they're beasts. They're monsters.
Yeah.
They're like the best of the
They're
division.
first in the division right now.
Yes, sir.
Talk about content. That would be a fun one.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we did one time.
Yeah, we did one time.
Really?
Yeah. I'm down to do it again. For damn sure. Down to do it again. It was a great time.
I'd be down
Gentry
for that.
fucked up all the videos.
Yeah.
His finger all over the camera when he's filming all
Gentry like first started. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he's getting trained and everything. So yeah, literally was like filming us like.
Yeah. It was
That's hilarious.
way to go, Gentry. No, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, let me know. I can ask Neil. He'll get us some tickets.
Oh, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please
whatever.
do. I would love to do that again.
We'll figure out a game, and I'll tell Neil he'll get us some tickets. We'll be in the owner's box.
Damn.
You know what part we missed last time is the march.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
missed the parade because
A local day.
we didn't know what to expect. It was our first football game. you know?
Football.
And we definitely missed out on some of the most. lit
Yeah, no,
parts.
DCFC is awesome, man. It's a lot of fun.
I got a question on one of these local guys. Darius Robinson. Obviously, elephant in the room here. 4.95 on his 40-yard dash time. Does that scare you guys moving forward?
No. The
Do not
40-yard dash for defensive linemen don't give a shit about.
Don't
But
really
the 10-yard
care, yeah.
splits, that's when we start having some conversations. I do think he had. Do you have the combine numbers in front of you right now, Nick?
Yeah, I got Robinson's.
Because I know the broad jump. What was that?
9.3.
So that's that shows some explosiveness because he's like what, 270, 290,
Big dude.
and it's not like unhealthy 270, 290. No, that dude
He's
is fucking.
He's thick.
Dude, his shoulders look like a shelf.
He's girthy.
Yeah, he's built like an Adonis.
Just wanted to make
He's a
sure
beast.
that you guys are not scared off at all
No,
because
yeah.
of that number.
For
don't
anyone.
care about a 40 time for him.
Yeah, for like if you're looking at defensive lineman athletic numbers, you want to look at anything that's going to like test their explosion, like that 10-yard split, that's your burst off the ball, that jump, the broad jump. I guess your vert you could throw in there too. And maybe some cone stuff if you're looking for guys that can bend the edge. But
We got more Lions coming back, and we are going to talk Red Wings for sure. But first, let me tell you about Lady.
Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Soroki's Nashville Hot Chicken is back, featuring fresh, crispy Nashville Hot Chicken tenders, Nashville Hot Sandwich, Nashville Hot Loaded Fries, and their newest Nashville Hot Pizza. This limited time offer is a must-try. Visit Sorokis.com to place your order online or hit one of their 11 convenient locations for all of your needs. Come enjoy the delicious heat while you still can. Sorokis.
chop, chop, chopping on heaven's door.
Knock, 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 knocking.
I'm saying chop, chop, chopping.
I thought you were doing
chop it up.
I was
Chop
like,
Rob
I
the
haven't heard
song.
that song forever.
I put it in here. I said, what
Chop.
Robinson would you rather have? Chop Robinson or Darius Robinson? Nicholas.
Going to me first on this?
Actually, yeah, for sure. Because you don't like either of these guys.
No, I don't. At least it's not that outside linebacker from Alabama, though. The first guy to the spotlight on.
Oh, Chris
That guy
Braswell?
Yeah, I was out on him. I think I'd lean towards Darius Robinson. Honestly, being a hometown guy has a little bit more production. I just am not right. I'm not there with Chop personally, but going around the room, how are you guys feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm going Darius as well. He's more versatile. He's bigger. I think he fits the NFL role better. I don't know what it is about Chop. I'm not in love with Chop. He's not a guy for me in this draft. I would not want him at 29. Give me Darius. I feel like he can do more. He has a much higher floor than Chop Robinson, in my opinion.
Chris?
I mean, nobody's watched their film more than me, and I would be lying to you if I said that.
Let him cook.
He's absolutely the guy, no question. Darius is just a bum. He's not good.
So Chop?
Chop, 100%. Book it.
I'm with Chris. Not that Darius is a bum, that I didn't mean, but I think Chop Robinson. I talked about the 10-yard split, and you can pull us up and you want to confirm it if you want, Nick. But the fastest 10-yard split of anybody in this year's draft class, I think he easily has the best first step. I remember because KG's the one who brought him up, and I've been getting film time. One of the best things to do, and I don't know why I forgot this year, but try to look up times that your prospect face another NFL prospect, a guy that's going to be playing in the NFL, and then you get a good idea of what they are playing against that type of talent. Although obviously both rookies or young guys in the game at that point, and they're going to grow. It's a good test.
Yeah.
Well, Chop, I watched him against Michigan, and there's a few plays this past season where off the ball, off rip, just was James Houston-esque. And I do think there's value, obviously, in Darius Robinson. We spoke about it last segment, getting your hands in the air, putting him at the defensive tackle position. But I just feel like Chop, if you truly believe in a Terrell Williams as your defensive line coach, a guy with that much get off, I mean, the upside is it's kind of ridiculous. And Terrell Williams could cash in on being the best defensive line coach that Dan Campbell claims him to be. I think that's a guy that, in rotation even, with the James Houston.
That's what it is. I don't want another guy that can only play in pass rush situations, and that's what Chop is. You're not going to have Chop out there on rushing downs. I don't want another guy you already got James Houston for that. You got James Houston as your guy you're going to bring in and kill the quarterback. What you need is a guy that can play every down as an edge rusher. And Chop is not going to be an every down edge rusher in the NFL. And I'm not using a first-round pick on a guy I can only have out there in certain situations on the defense.
See, that's the thing is I think he has the ceiling to become more than just that. James Houston, I believe he's 6 foot even, 5'11" or something like that. I could be mistaken. Chop Robinson measured a little bit. I think he's 6'2", 6'3". I know he weighs 240 pounds. Like I said about the explosive get off, I think you really just have to get him a bag, teach him a bag. And again, we spoke about it. I spoke about it almost with anybody defensive line prospect as you want to bring in here. With this defensive line, talking about Aleem, DJ Reader, and Hutch, a guy like that could truly do some damage. And not that Houston won't, but I think just Chop has that upside. Vic Beasley was at my comp for him beforehand, and I didn't love it because Vic Beasley phased out. But Vic Beasley phased out due to a shoulder injury. It wasn't because he wasn't good enough to play. He eventually just got hurt and couldn't go at the same level he was at, but high level.
If you can't be kept on the field and stop the run in college, how is there hope you can do it in the pros?
I think he played all 3 downs in college.
I feel like he was terrible against the run in college. He could not be there is nothing that I've seen that is that's why he only has when Nick looked up his stats, he only had 14 tackles on the season or something because he doesn't play the run. And I don't want that we got James Houston as a guy that'll be your 3rd down killer pass rusher in the 6th round. I don't want to use a 1st-round pick on a guy that is more than likely not going to be used when they're running the ball or in obvious run situations.
I don't know they got killed against the run in college. I know obviously it's not his strong suit. You look at him and you see an edge rusher for damn sure, but PFF has him graded out at 76.9 in run defense, and then on pass rush, 92.3.
So now he likes PFF.
No, I don't like PFF. I'm just giving you guys some numbers, I guess, to go off here.
Yeah.
What did that say?
In his junior year, 15 total tackles, 7.5 for loss, which I don't hate that number, but 4 sacks. I mean, if we're talking boom or bust, I think he should be, booming a lot more against these Big Ten offensive tackles that aren't really projected to do too much in the league compared to a guy like Darius Robinson that is going against SEC talent that we know is the top-notch type stuff. So I'm asking you, Eazy, because you have watched some of his film, do you think Chop Robinson is going to boom or is he going to bust in the league?
I think with this particular situation, and this is going off of
you don't know where it's going to go
without having Terrell Williams as a defensive line coach for us at all, but having Dan Campbell have respect for him, having past guys he's coached up do phenomenal in the league, and just again the things you can't teach that get off. I think it's Chop Robinson. I think he is night and day probably has the highest ceiling out of the two of them. I think Darius would be the safer pick because, again, that's a guy that doesn't work on the edge. You just throw him as a defensive tackle, and he's just a big body guy. Get his hands up, and he's strong as shit. And, again, same thing with Terrell Williams. Maybe coach him up a little bit there. But, no, I think Chop is night and day in terms of, like, ceiling. It's him. I think if Terrell Williams is what he came as advertised, if he comes as advertised, like, Chop could be a dog.
Yeah, he's got a higher ceiling for sure, but he's also got a much higher floor. Like, if he doesn't become that elite edge rusher, there's nothing else he can do. If he doesn't become that guy that's going to be a 16-sack guy in the NFL, he's not going to be anything.
I think he's good as a backside run defender because the quickness. Like I don't think he was bad in run defense. He's just not. I mean, you look at him, you think of the edge rusher. Yeah, it's probably not his strong suit, but he's not bad. Like he'll be out there all 3 downs. He was out there all 3 downs in college. He just didn't get to the quarterback when it comes to like sacks. Because all he really had was that get off. He didn't have any moves on top of that. That's why I keep bringing up Terrell Williams. You want to say something, Nick?
No, I thought that was a great point.
Oh. This is...
I mean, Isaac played almost 100 more snaps than him.
Yeah, Isaac, more versatile guy. Isaac, better skill set-wise, I believe, than Chop Robinson. Chop, again, was just like winning off pure athleticism, which you're just not going to do at the...
But that's what I'm saying. Level. They had more confidence in Adisa Isaac to be out there on more downs. And to stop more runs and to be in more situations where he can do other things.
Well, Chop also just missed time, too, from like being hurt.
Well, yeah. That needs a Brad Holmes pick.
That is a Brad Holmes pick. No, yeah, it wasn't like anything like, hey, we trust this guy more. I mean, they were out there evenly when played. But, I mean, Chop did miss, I think, like 2 or 3 games last year due to injury. It doesn't help, too, that the sack numbers did come against, like, some scrub team. Actually, I have the stats up right here.
Damn, he only played 24 of 79 snaps against Ohio State.
Yeah, I think that's the game he got hurt in. The sacks came against, UMass, Iowa. I guess Iowa straight and Rutgers. PFF only has him down for 3 sacks. I thought it was 4 sacks on Pro Football Focus. Not Pro Football Focus, but Pro Football Reference. I don't know, man. I just think Chop has a higher upside. And by the way, I'm not alone in that either. Like, a lot of big boards would have Chop Robinson ranked over Darius. Darius is just a safer pick in terms of a guy you could, again, if it doesn't work on the edge, you could throw him on the inside.
I thought he was healthy against Ohio State, that he played the last couple snaps when they were trying to get to the quarterback, but he only played 24 defensive snaps that game.
I wonder why. Penn State star will play. He had an injury heading into that game. Oh, no. 2023, suffering injury at Ohio State. No, he did get hurt in that one. That's one of the games I watched, again, because I wanted to see him against, like, upper echelon talent.
Yeah.
I went back again a year beforehand, too, because you remember Ohio State had Paris Johnson come out and that other kid, too, the fucking monster of a human being, DeJuan Jones, whatever.
Yeah.
They weren't doing shit against him.
I don't.
Well, he did get hurt
I'm not a Chop guy. I don't think Chop's going to be very good in the NFL.
But he did get hurt in that Ohio State game on September 23rd. We shall see.
Yes.
That's the beauty of the draft.
It seems like a lot of people are 50-50 on Chop. Like,
you either love him or hate him.
Yeah, especially Apollo and MPWMU in the chat. They're definitely backing him for a Chop pick.
I think all the knocks are definitely like valid, but you got to look at a guy who's he's very, very young. And you have, again, Terrell Williams is the piece I continue to bring up. It's just the upside with him. And that's just who I would do. That's what I would do.
Terrell Williams, a guy like, I think Darius Robinson would intrigue Terrell Williams more, similar to a guy like Danico Autry, that you can move around and play in different positions and is more versatile.
Yeah, but you also have a guy like Chop Robinson who has the explosiveness, like the traits that.
So you already got James Houston.
No. I'm talking about like you want in a guy that is elite. Like Chop has the best get off of, honestly, anybody in this draft class.
Yeah, but if he's so elite, why is he projected as one of the last picks of the 3rd round?
Because he doesn't have a bag.
First round, I'm sorry.
He doesn't have a bag, but and he's still, again, projected over Darius Robinson because those traits are the traits of an elite edge rusher. You just got to hopefully hope and pray that whatever defensive line coach you have on staff can get his hands on him and turn him into that at the very least. And I think, again, Terrell Williams having that pedigree on top of like having Aleem McNeil, having DJ Reader and Hutch who are going to command these double teams. I mean, you're going to have this kid, he's one-on-one situation where he's just going to be able to eat if, again, Terrell is as advertised. But, again, we got to see it play out. You have to be drafted. You have to see where they land.
Apollo says y'all didn't want Cansey either. We didn't want Cansey at 3.
No, we didn't want
Or-
Cansey
yeah.
at 6.
Yeah, we didn't want
Yeah.
Cansey at 6,
That was
which
never-
he didn't go at 6 for a reason.
Exactly. Cansey went on the back half of the first round.
Yeah.
And missed time. too.
Cansey would have been a fine pick if we were at 29 and Kalijah Cansey was there, I'd say take him.
By the way,
I'm not
Cansey
taking
in a
him at
perfect
6.
situation too. Like I said during the evaluation of him, is like I would love to have a Cansey, but I just need a DJ Reader next to him, a guy that's going to eat the double team, so he has his one-on-one matchups to eat.
Yeah, it's Vita Vea and Cansey go hand in hand and play
Amen.
very well together. But
was just
nobody in their right mind would have taken Kalijah Cansey at 6 overall.
No.
Tell us about Swiss.
I'll tell you guys about Swiss Insurance. Make sure you guys are insured by the best. That's Swiss. Specifically, my guy Mark. Make sure you contact him. It's Mark at SwissINS.com. Make sure your deductibles aren't creeping up. Make sure your rates aren't creeping up. Get it checked out by Mark at SwissINS.com right now.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by guys from Rax, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Sorry, I was reading some stuff about Senor Shock Robinson. I thought we did this expectation for defense yesterday, didn't we?
No, we never got to it.
Pretty sure we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I was looking
All right,
at
well, you know what we
something
got
else.
then?
The defensive line.
How about this? And I don't even want to. I hate giving this guy credit because I don't want to disrespect him, but I don't respect him. I guess in the realm where he's trying to break into. At least not yet.
Say it.
Lot of BS just to get a little bit clicks out there.
Say it.
If you guys exist on Twitter or X, it is ML Football. He put out his list of top 15 running backs in the NFL, and it was just fucking atrocious. I don't know if you got this one, Chris.
I don't think you slacked it, but I can find it right now.
I put it as the one I told you. I put it in Slack.
Oh,
We're going to do it.
So I think I do have a screenshot on my phone. At least I'll be able to pull it up here. Pretty bad list. And again, I told him this is either negligence and or just like all-out clickbait because it made zero sense as to Najee Harris, an example. I believe was like number 13 or something like that, which isn't like top 10, so it's nothing like crazy. But also, no. Najee Harris, if you're a fantasy football player, you're quite familiar with Jalen Warren.
Yes.
At least I was. He helped me out a lot last year. Couldn't quite get him off in a trade, but he stayed consistently, give me those 13-point games, 12-point games, because he's putting in work, getting a lot of snaps, and eventually became a starter on November 23rd, 2023, overtaking Najee Harris as a starting running back in that offense. So how does a guy, which I guess Jameer was technically a backup too, but how's a guy who lost his starting job, because Jameer was never given the starting job outside of like injury to David Montgomery. How's a guy who lost his starting job ranked top 15 in the league over Jameer Gibbs? You have the list, Chris?
No, I'm looking for. Where did you say you slacked it to, Spencer?
I put it in remember I said I sent it in my own Slack.
Like you DM'd yourself?
Yeah.
Because I'm not seeing it there.
Just send it in the heavyweights Slack, Spinny.
How long ago was it?
Either way, essentially, my man wasn't in the top 15 at all. And I'm talking about Jameer Gibbs. Dave Montgomery made an appearance. I think Dave Montgomery was 14. But Jameer Gibbs wasn't in the top 15 at all. And that's a guy that I've been willing to say is like, I know I've said top 10. And I don't want to snitch on myself. But I feel like I might have even said top 5 in the past. I don't know. He has those. Like, I have those expectations of him at least. This list is bullshit, Spinny.
Should be in heavyweights now.
But yeah, I pulled it up here. It's number 1's Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
No issue with that.
Fair.
Number 2, Saquon Barkley. Don't have an issue with that.
No.
Number 3, Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Don't have an issue with that when fully healthy. We don't know what he's going to be when he comes back, though. He has a lot of tread on the tires, and that's a huge injury he had. Watched his leg snap back.
Yeah.
Nationally, that was ugly.
Yeah.
This carries on. This is where you have beef, so I'm gonna let you take it over from here.
Yeah, Breece Hall at 4 is pretty crazy. I think that's a little ridiculous just based off of. I mean, he had a good year, but he was forced to have a good year because they had Zach Wilson who couldn't throw the ball. James Cook at 5 is also like, all right, we'll see. Both of these guys have had one good year. Putting them at 4 and 5 is something. Isaiah Pacheco at 6. I don't know. Yeah, he's pretty good, but he's not the 6th best running back in the NFL. Travis Etienne at 7. Kyron Williams should be higher than Pacheco in my mind.
Should be higher than James Cook.
Derrick Henry should be top 4. Raheem Mostert at 10. Pretty easy box to run in, but he led the league in touchdowns. And then just outside of the top 10, you got James Conner, Bijan Robinson at 12. Najee Harris at 13, David Montgomery at 14, and Josh Jacobs at 15. This has to be a troll list. Like, this is objectively a terrible list.
It's fucking god awful.
Jahmyr Gibbs is better than at least 5 guys on that list right now. Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't know if you know ML Football, who is probably like a 12-year-old running the account.
He's got a gold validation or verification badge too now.
He paid enough to get that, so congrats to him. But
it's an official. Oh wow, it's an official organization on X. So are we though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like I said, he paid enough to get that gold validation because this is like they say rent due type tweet. Like, this is a rent due type tweet. You're just fishing for reactions, fishing for engagement because that's just fucking stupid. Like, how is Bijan Robinson on that list, but Jahmyr Gibbs isn't? Jahmyr Gibbs had a better year. Jahmyr Gibbs led the NFL in explosive runs. Jahmyr Gibbs was in the same backfield as a guy who rushed for 1,000 yards and missed 1,000 yards by a handful. It's just negligent to not have him on that list. He made people look stupid, silly on a weekly basis. So, like, go back and watch the tape, ML Football, whatever ML stands for. Like, Major Loser Football. Like, yeah, that's just a ridiculous list, dude. Come on, be better. Be better. I understand that's how you make your money. That's how you get paid. Twitter is your full-time job, so that is a rent due type tweet. But come on, man. That's just embarrassing.
I'm pulling up the list right here on my phone real quick. I just want to know how many of these guys are you taking over Jahmyr Gibbs?
I'm taking 1.
Only 1.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey.
I'm taking 3. I'll take the top 3.
Chubb,
when healthy.
Chubb and
Chubb.
Okay,
Chubb,
that's another thing. When healthy, we saw Chubb go down, and then we've seen Saquon get hurt in the past.
Yeah.
What do you think of Chubb's injury, by the way? Because that's one of those injuries where, like, I don't know, you might not be the same player.
What was the
after that.
official injury?
I think it was ACL and MCL, or maybe it ended up just being MCL. It was something crazy. I remember when people were like, "There's no way he only tore those 2 things."
Just ACL.
Just ACL.
Yeah, and that's
just ACL. Then
that's
nothing.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson came back off ACL tear and won MVP.
That's still.
Oh, dude, that's one of the most gruesome injuries I've seen.
That shit was nasty. Yeah, for sure nasty. But Nick Chubb, when healthy, is the top 3 running back in the NFL for sure.
I am taking Jahmyr Gibbs over Jacobs.
Yep.
Josh Jacobs. Taking Jahmyr Gibbs over Najee Harris.
Yep. Easily.
Taking Jahmyr Gibbs over James Conner.
Yes. Easily.
I'm taking him over James Cook.
Yep. I'm taking him over David Montgomery. Like, I love you, D-Mont.
That's fair. Robinson, I mean, there could be a debate had, and I would entertain that. I don't think anyone's crazy if they want to take Jahmyr over Robinson, but there's a conversation there. Mostert, I don't know if it's a system or if he's just nice like that. I mean, the system, even when that one rookie got in for a few times, he was going crazy too.
Yeah, A-Chain's different though.
Although I guess you could say the same of the Lions a little bit there too, because we had Jamal Williams literally break Barry Sanders' record.
For sure, the system definitely helps, and like I said, he's running against the softest boxes in the NFL.
But you see when he broke down all-pro safety.
Yes.
From the Buccaneers, I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now.
Antoine Winfield Jr.
Yes, man, it looks foolish.
Yes.
On a touchdown run in a playoff game, they mattered most. It's a guy who won a Super Bowl beforehand too. Like, I don't know, it's
just a bad take.
I don't follow these teams.
It's just a bad take
for this reason, probably.
Like I said, it's just a rent-due type tweet. Like, he's just trying to get the interactions, trying to get paid for it.
So based off your guys' takeaways, then it sounds like you guys have Jameer top 5 as well.
Yes, I would have Jahmyr Gibbs top 5.
Would you be able to make that list right now? Just the 5?
Like, everybody healthy, it would be McCaffrey, Chubb.
For context, I'll throw out the list again.
Okay, yeah. McCaffrey, Chubb, Barkley, Henry. And then, yeah, I'd probably go Gibbs or Kyron Williams.
Yeah, right. McCaffrey, Barkley, if we're doing healthy, Chubb.
Derrick Henry's got to be in there. He's like, everybody says he slowed down last year. He really didn't. Like, he slowed down because he didn't rush for 2,000 yards. Like, he still had 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns.
I kind of want to put.
Who else was in that backfield though? Spenmo.
Tajay Spears,
rookie. I kind of want to put Gibbs right there at 4.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
And then, yeah, honestly, I'm cool with Henry being 5.
I'm taking him over Breece Hall, James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Etienne, Kyron Williams, Mozart, James Conner, Bijan Robinson, Najee Harris. I'm taking him over everybody on that list other than Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, and Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Do you think Monty's range is right?
Yeah.
Jamal Williams led the league in rushing touchdowns.
I would put him over. I would put Monty over Najee.
Silky John says Jamal Williams led the league in rushing touchdowns. Mozart is good, but yards is a better metric for how good a running back is. Speaking of Spimo, that is true. But also at the same time, Jamal Williams, I think he had his first 1,000-yard season too.
Yeah.
I mean, our system just again, that's a guy who had I don't think even 100 yards last year.
Speaking about a guy that didn't really get too many opportunities was Gibbs early in the season, boys. Like, this dude could have put up 1,400, 1,500.
Yeah.
Honestly, that many rushing yards alone, if he was getting the carries. I mean, just absolute dog when it comes to yards of attempt, 5.2.
Yeah, he led the league in explosive plays. He led the league in carries over 20 yards. Like, he is the most explosive running back in the NFL. That is a fact. Like, go look it up.
Maybe he
fucking Google that.
Google that, mother.
Google that. Take that for data. Like, Google me, Chuck. He is the most explosive running back in the NFL. So, not having him in the top 15 is just malfeasance.
I might be talking a little crazy here too, fellas, but I think going into this season, like, this is where I'm at, not past what I'm expecting. I'm going Christian McCaffrey, Gibbs, Barkley, Chubb, Bijan at 5. Those are my top 5. I think Gibbs is going to be an MVP candidate this season.
I don't hate it either. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to rush for over 1,200 yards next year, so I'm excited to see that. But we do got to go to break. Let me tell you about the Quarterback Challenge presented by Shake Shack and Woodward Sports. If you can throw it on a rope, you can win 2 tickets to this year's home opener presented by Shake Shack. All you got to do is scan that QR code or go to woodwardsports.com or go to any Shake Shack location, and you can sign up to win. And once you sign up, you are in the event. It's not sign up and then get chosen and then maybe win. No, it's sign up and you got a chance to win. 2 tickets to this year's home opener. It's the Shake Shack Quarterback Challenge.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect
Woodward Sports has a new morning show. Start your day with a Wake Up Woodward, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports. Join Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and KG every morning as they cover all of Detroit sports. Sports talk, banter, and live fan interaction, all on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Whoa.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights, live on the WoodwardSports.com. Here's Eazy. We have a Nick in the sound booth. We got the ugly one in the TV booth. I am Spencer Raxter. We are very much happy for you to be here. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell your grandma, come over and show me good time.
Very good time.
Very good time.
Yes.
Wow.
I want to jump into Red Wings.
You want to jump in the Red Wings?
I could extend some Lions stuff, but like,
fucking the Lions.
Red Wings got like essentially a playoff game tonight.
In Kazakhstan, we don't have ice.
I think they do.
No ice in Kazakhstan.
All right, moving on.
No ice. It's very hot. We need the water for bathing.
Detroit Red Wings at home against the Washington Capitals. We've been on a slide, thank God, because it wasn't looking good there for a minute. Spinny, what are your expectations?
Mo Sider flu game. Mo Sider is dealing with flu-like symptoms. He was not at morning skate, but he is more than likely going to play in this game, and we fucking need him to. Like, Mo, brother, we need you, man. We really fucking need you. You're the best player on this team, arguably. We need you in the lineup against the Washington Capitals because this is a 4-point game. You need to win in regulation. Is Lyon in net, Nick? I assume Lyon's going to be in net. I highly doubt they put Reimer out there for the most important game of the season so far. So I'm assuming it's Lyon in net. But shit, we need this. We need this bad. I need this like I needed to get tested after opening day. Like we need this for the Detroit Red Wings, man. This is the most important game of the year until the next one, and this is the most important game the Red Wings have played in 10 years. By far the most important hockey game played at Little Caesars Arena. So Detroit fans, show out. And no Jared Goff chance.
Opening day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Mets. When they started the Goff chance, the Tigers lost.
Yeah, they did.
When they started the Goff chance at the Red Wings, when we first freaked out about it, they lost. Actually, was that against the Capitals too? I don't remember.
I think it was the Islanders.
No, we'll say it was the Capitals.
It was the Islanders. I remember that day.
It was the Cap.
It was the Island Boys. Regardless, don't fucking do it. Please. Chant Mo Sider. Chant Dylan Larkin. Chant somebody that's on the fucking ice.
EK too.
Let's go Red Wings. Something.
Yeah, let's go Red Wings chant is awesome. Just do that one. So, yeah, this is I'm looking forward to the boys here. Need to win faceoffs. Can't take stupid penalties. Like they took a couple of stupid penalties against the Sabres. You can't put yourself in situations to do that because this team is electric on the penalty or on the power play. So we need it here, boys. This game will dictate my mood for the next 24 hours at the very least.
Yeah, confirmed. The Lion is in net. Let's go, baby.
Okay.
Over under 26 and a half. I got a lion roar. That's what it says here. Over under 26 and a half saves. I do like the over on that one.
Over on that by a mile.
Yeah, it seems
How many saves?
26 and a half.
26 and a half.
I'm taking it now.
Yeah, Red Wings money line this morning was at -150. For the people that like to keep track of that. It is -164 now. So money is coming in on the Detroit Red Wings in this one. Tuesday, March 26th, we lost in Washington in overtime. Can't have that happen today. Definitely win regulation. That was a heartbreaker in overtime. DeBrincat had one slip off his stick in a big moment. They come down the other way and score. Have to take advantage of your opportunities. Eazy had a great point yesterday. Get the power play back booming. Get DeBrincat started. I think this is going to start a great run towards the playoffs when Detroit shows a real home field advantage tonight at Little Caesars Arena, and they get the win. Let's go, Red Wings.
So you're saying they should make the power play great again, is what you're saying.
Make the power play great again.
Power play great again.
Hey,
in a red hat.
I'm here for it. You need that. You need them to go out there.
I'm just kidding.
Getting risky.
No, I'm not kidding.
I'm playing.
I'm not kidding. Make the power play great again. Like, go out there and fucking score power play goals. You can't afford to not score on the power play. You need to. This team needs it. You need it. Razor, I need you, brother. You've been the best player for the Red Wings all year. Go out there, give a hell of a performance. Give me 2. Give me 2. I'm being greedy. Give me 2, Razor. Come on.
Burn. What if Goff shows up? If Goff shows up, I'm locking in a W. Every time a Detroit Lions player has showed up to a Red Wings game,
a fucking Lions
the
player
offense has gone crazy. Remember when Hutch was there chugging the beer? I think, at 6 that night?
Yeah.
It was insane.
Wasn't J-Mo like the game where they scored 5 or 6?
J-Mo, I think, was when we beat Avalanche.
Yeah, we need a Lions player to show up. Fuck, dude. This is
who's the heart? Has Sewell showed up yet?
No,
he was there on opening day. So. We got the dub.
I know DeBrincat, he said they met each other on a bus or something like that.
What?
On a bus?
Yeah, something
crazy. What the fuck are those guys taking buses?
Yeah, I don't know. It was something weird. I think it was, I don't know what it was for, some type of event. But DeBrincat, obviously, local. Introduced himself to Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell didn't know him, but he knows him now.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
Listen, I got to text Dion. I might not.
Well, like,
I might do a stream with Dion tonight. I might
Alex
not.
DeBrincat just looks like a regular dude.
Exactly. He's also short for like
the shorter guy.
He's like 5'8".
He's a smaller guy. So you walk up to that fucking behemoth Penei Sewell. But yeah, we need this. Who do you got goal scoring, Nick?
Fellas, I was hot with it last time. I'm keeping with it. Big players, big games. Patty, Kane, nobody bigger on this team at scoring goals in big moments. Patrick Kane, Nets one tonight. Wings money line, parlay it, get some juice. It's going down.
I like it. I'm feeling a Perron goal.
Not again.
I'm feeling a David Perron goal.
Fuck you.
I'm feeling a David Perron goal.
Last time you said that.
Last time I said that, he fucking did.
No,
Last time I said that, he scored.
No, he didn't. You fucked our parlay.
Yeah, it wasn't a Perron goal. It was Perron shots.
He left the group chat.
It was Perron shots, not a goal. The last time I said Perron goal, it hit, and I made money.
I don't know.
So give me David Perron.
Don't know about that.
Okay, you were beefing up this cider that was plus 800 earlier. Now it's plus 850.
So. Yeah, I was waiting.
Flu game Mo.
Little more juice.
Little more juice. I mean, I'm not going to put money on one side. But you can. It's the flu game.
Don't bet responsibly.
Don't bet responsibly. Put $10,000 on the Red Wings to win tonight. And $5,000 on a Mo Sider goal. It's going to happen. It might not. But it's going to happen.
I'm trying to be there for the game. Not there, but with you guys.
Yeah.
So I just sent that text.
Alan in the chat said DeBrincat will end the drought tonight. Book it. Alan's feeling good about the cat getting back on track.
Here for it.
The away fan says, give me Perron, Kane, and Wallman. Ooh.
Wallman.
I like it. A little spicy.
Away fans already sipping, getting ready for this
I'm telling you, Perron's going to net one. I'm telling you.
All right, fuck you, Spinny.
It's going to happen.
I don't know. I'm putting Kane down for a point, Larkin down for a point. I try to parlay 26 saves and won't let me do that. 26 and a half saves, that's crazy.
That's easy money. That is easy
money.
Bro,
it's minus 102 as well.
That is easy money. I would put a lot of money on that.
Dude, especially going against fucking Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
That is easy money. Christian Fisher is scoring tonight, says Silky Johnson. Maybe he gets the hot streak again. Old Fishy. I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, who's the guy I can't say? Oh, Zarnik comes out. Zarnik comes out.
He's like plus 1,200, I think I saw.
Tell us about merch, Chris.
Yeah,
merch?
We're getting out of here on that. No.
I'm kidding about Zarnik. Do not put any money on him.
Some brand new.
Merch?
That. Head to woodwardsports.com. Click the shop tab today. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all guaranteed to turn heads. So head on over to Woodward Sports. Click the shop tab today and get yourself some brand new
26
merch.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Glorious Cannabis is back with a new ice bubble hash.
Glorious.
Now with diamonds. Glorious experience. The perfect boost comes from that added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flower with only the highest terps to make the best even better. Visit gloriouscannabis.com at your local retailer, or again, go to the website, Glorious Cannabis.
Glorious.
What up, though? Welcome back. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. Red Wings, big game tonight.
Get on the board tonight.
We're live cooking parlays. If you guys get DNC, ENT, if you're out there, missed it.
Bat signal out.
Hit the boys up. I'm going to message him. He in the chat. All right, this is what I'm cooking up so far because it wouldn't let me do the points. Ovechkin, 3 shots.
Okay.
Kane, 2.
Okay.
Do I get improved?
Yeah.
Okay. Larkin, 2?
Yeah.
Or Larkin, 3?
2.
2?
I think I got Larkin 3 in mine.
I think I'm going to do Raymond, 2.
Okay.
Last time I put your boy Braun on there, kind of digged me. But I'll put him down for 1.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Now, who on the Washington team? Who's their shooters?
OVO.
Yep. Got him down for 3.
That's
Tom
it.
Wilson?
I don't trust any of their guys. I don't know if Spedmo does.
Damn, that's all I really have to bet on for 1.
There's a boost where if you keep adding more legs. Actually, never mind.
Brink had 2 shots?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's been shooting, just hasn't been making, right?
Yeah, but he has to get it on goal.
He's got to hit the goal. That's it.
Fellas, this is the first time I've been this excited for a Red Wings game since 2016 when we were in the playoffs. It was the year I graduated high school. Like, this is insane.
That's pretty
like
crazy.
I'm fired up right now. How are you guys feeling just around the room?
I'm pretty pumped, and I'm down to hit the bar.
Yeah.
Working on it. If I throw a game,
Great news, guys. I cleared my schedule. I'm available to join you.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're going.
I kind of want Raymond to get one tonight, but that doesn't mean he's going to get it.
I mean, you can will it into existence.
What is it?
You can will it into existence.
The last one was
Yeah.
Kane with I think a minute left last time they played, or not a minute, maybe 4 minutes from a DeBrincat pass, that one-timer top Chetty. Which was nice.
$1 to win 20.
For who?
For
Bet. So that means it'd be 10 to win 2.
I don't want to say it a lot because Nick's gonna get pissed.
Zarnak?
Ovi 3 shots, Kane 2 shots, Larkin 2 shots, Raymond 2 shots, DeBrincat 2 shots, Kane anytime, Ovi anytime. I'm taking the Ovi anytime out just for good omens.
And it's $1 to win 20.
Yeah. Not bad, right?
Yeah.
I kind of like it, honestly.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
When I have played these, they hit. They usually hit, except for the time you gave us the prawn shots on goal. We won't let that one slide.
I cashed on the prawn goal anytime.
Mailbag. Did we get any? I apologize. I was too busy trying to gamble. I did see a hashtag. By the way, shout out to Eduardo O'Neill. Sent us a list of possible topics. Co-producing tomorrow's show.
Mailbag. You are the
Ed.
Lions GM. This is from Eduardo O'Neill. You are the Lions GM. What's your draft big board look like? That's a lot.
I tried making one back in
Xavier Leggett.
22.
I like Xavier Leggett a lot. Kool-Aid's up there.
Ooh. I bet a $5. It's steep for me.
Oh, boy. Hey, that scared money.
Nick's
don't
unit's
make
like
money.
25.
Yeah, I went big last night. I had to get some reason to watch that game. I knew UConn was going to...
Zach Edey's a bum.
By the way, he's got some dog in him.
37 was
Zach
it?
Edey's got some dog in him.
No credit.
I have to start giving you some pushback on this.
Fuck Zach Edey.
Zach Edey.
Zach Edey's a bitch.
He is, all due respect to Luka, because he is a very nice man. His father's very generous at the time. Very supportive of the Woodward Sports Network. Edey's better than Luka Garza.
No, he's not.
Like Edey's
Not
actually
an
gonna
NBA
have.
prospect.
He's probably gonna. Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's gonna play in the NBA.
Barely.
I never thought I'd say this about Luka Garza, but he moves better than Edey.
He moves much better than Edey.
But he's not 7'4".
Edey got a dog in him too.
Did you see how gassed
Edey's
Edey
got
was?
some
Did you see how gassed Edey was getting up and down the court
Don't
against
do
that UConn team? He will not be able to get up and down the court in the NBA.
back half of the first.
He
Yeah.
won't even be
the back half of the first he
won't
played.
be
He scored
Okay,
points
so
in the
cool. He'll
first
be an
half.
NBA player. He'll play 5 minutes a game.
He'll play more than that.
No, he sucks.
He's not going to be Boban. How about that?
Hey, Pistons gave him a bag.
Exactly.
Pistons gave Boban.
If the Pistons draft Zach Edey, I'll never watch a game.
Hold on, what are we doing here?
No, it's disrespectful to compare Edey to Boban.
Yeah, he won't be Boban.
Like,
no,
Boban is like
Boban's
like
He's
the
a unicorn,
NBA Zach
bro.
Edey.
Yeah.
Because he's just bigger than everybody.
Bro, Edey eats. Boban sits on the bench.
Edey will not eat in the NBA.
You know, he won't eat in the NBA, but he's better than you've been giving him credit for.
I'm calling it now, though. Edey's going to have one game in the Summer League, and Easy's going to hear about it. He's not going to watch it, of course, but he's going to hear about it, and he's going to go, hey, I told you guys about Edey, and it's going to be crickets during the whole season.
Yeah, Zach Edey fucking trash.
I'm telling you right now, same way I told you guys about Jaden Ivey. 1 point easy, by the way. Edey will be
what?
Just better than Garza.
So he'll play what? 10 minutes a game?
But you've been casting him off as a fucking Shanghai.
Yeah,
MVP.
if he wanted to make money, that's where he'd go. Because he's not going to make a lot of money playing in the NBA.
That's
Because
very
he's
true.
fucking not an NBA player.
Andrew Jones, Edey's going to get that friendly of a whistle in the NBA. I don't know, bro. The NBA
Fuck
is
no,
worse
he won't.
with the whistle.
He will not get the whistle.
Like have you watched? They let them play every once in a
They
while.
do not let Zach Edey play. Have you watched the Purdue games?
The only way to stop him is to fucking grab
And they
him.
don't foul. No, he is not going to get the same whistle he got in college.
Whoa.
He's not bigger than everybody like he was in college.
That's crazy.
Joel Embiid will put him in a fucking casket.
Too far. Edey will be in the NBA, but he's not Andre Drummond 2.0. He's nowhere near the athlete.
He
Andre
is
Drummond
nowhere
was.
as near. He will have nowhere near the career that Andre Drummond had.
Not at all.
Andre Drummond 2.0 would be like a.
This ain't even
would be
Pistons
like a
talk away, fam. It's
first
just
team All-NBA player. That's
Edey
crazy.
talk.
Spencer, did you hear Izzo on Edey on PMT?
On Edey?
Yeah.
Oh, what did he say?
He said positive things about him. Like he's a tank and he doesn't get the credit
He's
that
going
he
to the
deserves.
NBA.
He's a bitch. Zach Edey's a bitch. If he goes to the NBA, he's going to average 5 minutes a game.
Average 5
He's
points.
gonna go ahead and have fun.
You think Izzo was just giving him some credit because he couldn't?
Yeah, I mean he's a great college player because he's fucking giant. But he's not
Right
going to
now-
be. He's not going to be bigger than everybody in the NBA.
On tankathon.com, what do you think Zach Edey's predicted to
13.
go?
19.
31 to the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, count that baby in a foul.
Count that baby in a foul.
I will burn LCA to the ground if they draft.
No,
him.
you wouldn't, bro.
If we miss out on Wemby and get Edey, bro, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I will burn LCA to the ground if they draft Zach
Why
Edey.
do Spartan fans hate him so much?
He fucking sucks, bro.
I think it's
What
'cause
did he beat the
some-
fuck out of you that bad?
He looks
He's
like a
just big,
doofus.
and he won't get the same whistle that he got in NCAA, so he'll be useless. He's not going to be shooting 20 free throws in the NBA. But that'll do it for us today. Pistons, fuck the Pistons. Red Wings is what we got to focus on. Big game tonight. For Eazy, for Nick, for Chris, I'm Spencer.
Rasmussen will be more important.
Let's
See
go,
you
Red
later.
Wings. We'll catch you guys later.
Check out the Rap Cave podcast, me and Eazy.
Oh, yeah. Just go. Yeah, she just went to you and did it.
Check it out.